Greetings, sports fans nationwide. You have entered the Sports Opinion Log here in Lex Anderson World. And last night, Giancarlo Stanton, 2 epic home runs sailing into the night sky as the Yankees, who were down for the second game in a row against the Cleveland Indians 3-0, made the comeback. 4 home runs on the night. Final score 5-3. And of course, Giancarlo Stanton hit 2 home runs with an exit velocity of over 115, 118 miles an hour, and is the first player in the StatCast era to have multiple home runs in one game. And the reason for me making this video and wearing this hat, being the sports fashion icon, is to let all the chicken littles know, the ignorant masses and the sheeple who bray like the mindless cattle that they are. Let me make one thing fucking clear. Major League Baseball, they need my and your New York Yankees to be who we should be. Bronx Bombers, the toast of the AL East, the toast of Major League Baseball. Pinstripe pride. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And of course, after Giancarlo Stanton hit those 2 home runs, of course, the nationwide sports leader, they're on our nuts. Major League MLB Network, they're on our nuts. They couldn't wait to start their segment with my and your New York Yankees. So have no fear, chicken littles. The Yankees will be where they need to be. Of course, I blame global warming because it's not really spring the way it used to be. It's been cold. Weather in the 40s, in the 50s. But rest assured, the bats will ignite. The offense will come alive. And like the Cleveland Indians just found out, for the second straight night, no lead is safe when our bats are hot, or especially when you have Giancarlo Stanton in your lineup. Speaking of bats, let it be noted by the sports historian, 22 years ago, April 23rd, 1999, Fernando Tatis, 2 grand slams in the 3rd inning in Dodger Stadium. And what happened last night? We've come full circle. His son, Fernando Tatis Jr., hits 2 home runs in the San Diego Padres 6-1 victory over the Dodgers. Clayton Kershaw on the mound. Fernando Tatis Jr. becomes only the 8th player to hit 2 home runs in a game off of Clayton Kershaw, who's been pitching for the last 14 seasons. So a tip of the cap and salutes to Fernando Tatis Jr. And let's not forget the diving catch made by Manny Machado off of Mookie Betts to help preserve the victory. This is what it's about. The face of Major League Baseball, Fernando Tatis Jr., he is back, folks. Pay attention, be aware, and him and his father become the first father-son duo to hit multiple home runs in the same stadium, Dodger Stadium. 22 years to the day, it has to be noted here in the annals of sports history by the sports historian, who in closing will remark that the Oakland A's, in a 3-1 victory over the Baltimore Orioles, have now won 12 consecutive games after starting the season 0-6, and they're on their longest winning streak in team history for the first time in the last, 20-something years? So very impressive. And of course, representing here, Sports Opinion Log here in New York City, I have to make mention for the Mets and their pitcher, Jake DeGrom. DeGrom struck out 15 batters in a 2-hit shutout of the Washington Nationals, final score 6-0, and in his last 4 starts, he has an ERA of 0.34. 1. Until next time, sports fans nationwide, Lex Anderson, signing out.